I've had a couple people indicate that they were having trouble from Algebra 1 and they needed some help writing the equation of a line from a graph. And so y equals mx plus b is how you would start it off. The m is the slope of the line, and we're going to calculate rise over run to figure that out. And then the b is the y-intercept. Where does it cross the y-axis, the up and down one? So if you would notice in the background, you see where the line is passing through the grid lines. So I have a point here on the line, and that's at a distinct intersection. And then if you notice in the background, it's also crossing there at an intersection of the grid lines. So when I count my rise over run, I counted up 2 and right 1. So your slope is 2 over 1, and then tag on your x. And then a 1 in the denominator is not necessary, it's implied. So your slope is 2, and then your y-intercept is where is the graph crossing the y-axis. So right there at 4. So you write the equation of the line, count your slope, look at your y-intercept. Next one. Y equals mx plus b. M is your slope. Right, so I have a point right there. And then when I look in the background, it's also crossing right there at an intersection. So I went up 1, 1, 2, 3, and over 3. So your slope is 1/3 x. And then your b is right there where it crosses the y-axis. And in this case, it's also 4. And one more. Y equals mx plus b. So your slope. I have a point right there and a point right there on the line. So I went up 2 and I went to the left 3. And so anytime that you go left or down, that's negative. And so this is negative 2/3 x slope. B is your y-intercept, so it's crossing the y-axis right there at -1. You should also know and remember that you read a graph from left to right, and if it's going uphill, that will have a positive slope, and if it's going downhill, then that will have a negative slope. Hope this refreshes your memory.